Okay, so a few days ago, my friend showed me this clip of a Gen Z TikTok girl who can't handle working a 9 to 5 job. So apparently, this girl had her first 9 to 5 job and she's feeling miserable about it. Now, I know I'm very late to this. This was posted almost 2 years ago, but I still watched it in its entirety and I thought I'd share it with you guys.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till like 6:15 earliest, and then like I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I literally get off, it's pitch black, like I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like, how do you have time to like meet like a guy? I don't know. Like, how do you have time for like dating? Like, I don't have time for anything.
Okay, first of all, I went on Twitter and apparently there were so many mean-tastic comments making fun of her. Like, one of the comments was like, "Oh, yeah, well, in my day, I worked 70 hours a week and I had 6 children and it was nothing for me. You're such a fucking crybaby. Get used to it, duh." And, like, congrats, dude. What do you want, a fucking medal? Bravo, okay? Now shut the fuck up. Twitter is literally like that place where your drunk father would yell at you if you even dropped a pin. That's what the typical Twitter user is like. There were mean comments too, like on YouTube, but one of them in the title description was like, "She just wants a man to take care of her." Come on, don't judge her like that. Where's your sense of empathy, man? And there was another one like, "Find a new job, duh." If only it was that easy. Oh man, I can't drive a car. Well, buy a new car. If only I had that fucking money, bro. Okay, now I'm not gonna bash on her because this is her first job, so in a way I empathize. I remember what it was like working my first 9 to 5. It was exactly like her. I'm like, how do you actually have time for this? But while I do feel bad for her, I just don't think there's a better solution than this. And the other problem is, in some jobs, 40 hours a week just isn't enough. Me, I'm an accountant, okay? And in March and April, we have tax season, where some firms even make you work 60 to 70 hours a week in order to meet the deadline April 30th for all those taxes. And, like, my friend Luke, he's an animator, and in the summertime, he's busy as hell. Like, he had to work a lot just to make that, the Moana 2 film that came out last year. If he just went by 40 hours a week, I don't think we would have had a movie until March, honestly.
I think so many people, like post-college, have had this terrible experience 9 to 5. I think she is 100% right. It just doesn't have to be this fucking grind, leaving you with no time to live. It doesn't. Like, it really doesn't. We are so far beyond that stage. After 5 or 6 hours, you stop being productive and all the work you do past that point is fucking meaningless anyway.
Critical, I like you a lot, you're a cool guy, but this is the one time I'm actually gonna have to play devil's advocate and disagree with you here. You see, the problem with capitalism is that if you're from the boss's perspective, you want to make the most money possible with the resources you have. So if you're saying after 5 or 6 hours you should leave work, then there really are only two realistic options. Either A, you take a pay cut and lose a third of your salary, which who the fuck would want that, right? Or B, assuming your annual salary you want to stay the same, your boss would have to pay you 30% more for every hour that you work, in which the boss would not be happy about that either. Me personally, every day I go to bed at 12:30 a.m. and I wake up at around 7:30 a.m. 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep is good enough for me, so I'm lucky there. Then I go to work, I'm there at 9, work 9 to 5. So after work, I get home, it is 5:45, and after I eat dinner, it's only 6:15 p.m. That leaves me with just over 6 hours to do whatever I need, and it's pretty great. On Sunday nights, I batch cook all my meals for the entire week, so I ensure that I don't have this issue of having to cook dinner when I get home because I know I'd be tired. While I don't necessarily agree with cutting down from 40 hours a week for work weeks, I do think there are some ways we can do to mitigate the issue. One way would be to, involve working at home, because after you get off at 5, you have the rest of the day for yourself. So if we could do that, that would be great. Another option could be to have, 4-day work weeks, 4 10-hour days, or maybe even 3 12-hour days. I think that would be pretty good as well. A third way could be to introduce flex time. Have some people work 7 to 3 or 8 to 4. I'm not a morning person. Maybe I could even do 10 to 6 or 11 to 7. My brain is more active in the afternoon/evening, so maybe that could work too. And plus, you'd be able to have 12 hours to fully help your clients, not everyone working at 9 to 5. Just like lifting weights, the longer you work, the more strong and resilient you're going to become. Keep going, girl. You got this.